Hi friends, today I'm reviewing a pen from Pelikan and obviously the title of the video doesn't leave any surprises behind. This is Pelikan Orange Crush. This is Pelikan Sovereign 600 series and the pen here in front of you. It comes in the typical Pelikan case. You can unbox it and then press from one end, and here you have the pen case, sort of a wooden finish. Then you have the sleeve, which is a leatherette sleeve, not a genuine leather I suppose. You have Pelikan embossed here, and this houses the pen, which for review purposes has been removed. So I'll just keep this aside and get the gentleman in front of you. This is a very bright, vibrant kind of orange material which they brought. How this differs from other is you must have seen the typical Delta and Aurora Auraloids and Delta materials. That one has a kind of a marbled appearance. I did have that, but it had some issues, so I've given it back to the seller. This one has a kind of a depth with bubbles underneath, which resembles the ocean swirl. I do have that with me. So you see, the finish of this is almost similar to that of ocean swirl. The color of teal has been replaced with orange. This is a nice orange shade to that, and obviously, like ocean swirl, it does has its wavy pattern, which may not always be aligned. So this is a 600 M600 series, and you have the Pelikan and single chick on the finial, laser blasted, typical Pelikan beak on the clip, which is a good clip. You have a band and a ring. The band says Pelikan, Hungary and Germany. Unscrews, many people like the unscrewing, which does in less than one turn, and you have a small tapering and flaring section and a gold finished ring underneath. A very comfortable writing section, and the length of the pen also is very good. Although the girth of this differs from M800 series, and which is universally accepted as to be the flagship. So here you see there is a difference in girth. And then the nib, which is a two-tone nib, which has a beautiful design of Pelikan 14 karat, and this is a broad nib. Then you have a barrel, and which both the piston grip and the section have the black color of the resin, and the barrel has the same color as the cap. You have two rings, and then you have the piston grip, which is one of the best. This Mont Blanc and Pilot are some of the best pistons. Pilot, I think Pilot Custom 92, I believe. Okay, so how does this compare in size? Let me get some background. So here you have a Orange Crush, and you have a 800, and I did have one with me. This is Compo, and the size of Compo is the same as 3776 Century Platinum. So there you go. The pen is a limited series, obviously, and it has been launched in the later part of this year. And so how does it post? Well, all Pelikan pens post pretty securely, and the length of this pen is good. Don't like to post, so you can use it even without posting. Okay, now what a pen must do, and Pelikan lives up to its image. The ink has been suggested by few of my pen friends, and this is I may not be very clear with the spelling of this. So this is probably the ink which I was hunting for when I bought the Apache the Apache Sunset, and I had to basically give it away. This is a good admixture of orange along with the reddish tinge, faint yellow as well. A complementing ink. I really love the way this broad nib writes. It has a very gentle stub quality to this. The nib is slightly springy, and the writing section and the length of the nib is very appropriate. The pen is very wet. The nib is very wet, and it performs extremely well in terms of both wetness and smoothness. A broad nib, as always, would have a kind of a stubbish nature, but then one of the best nibs of Pelikans. I've tried medium. I do have an extra fine which I haven't inked, and I think the best character of the ink would come out only with a broad tip. Flex, well, you can expect it to perform. Reverse writing, not at all. Very scratchy for that part. So all in all, a beautiful pen, a two-tone appearance, and a swirly kind of orange celluloid. This material is celluloid, I believe. I'm not sure. I think this is resin. Well, I haven't really mentioned the price, which I'll put in the description. This was from Fontoplumo. Thanks, Frank. We've interacted quite a few times, and it's always been a pleasure dealing with Frank from Fontoplumo. The pen was bought at a discount of I think about 18 or 20% on Fountain Pen Day, which was a good deal. So I'll mention the link of the pen and the price in the description. Take care. Enjoy.